Hello and welcome to this video in which I'll be reacting to Luxembourg's song for Eurovision 2025, Le Poupée Monte Le Son. A disclaimer. Israel shouldn't be allowed to participate at the Eurovision Song Contest 2025. The shortest and simplest reason being that I find the actions of the Israeli government to be abhorrent and their broadcaster isn't a separate entity. My reasons in their entirety, however, are numerous and too detailed for a disclaimer like this, but videos closely aligning with my point of view are listed in the description. I encourage you to watch those videos and do something. Further resources are added as and when they become relevant. I'll stop addressing this when it no longer needs to be addressed. Fair warning in advance, I am pretty ill right now, so I apologise if I sound funny or if I say funny things. I haven't been really good at concentrating while I've been ill. It is also Robin's birthday weekend, so I've put a little hat on, the little Gertruda. It has been a little bit of a stressful evening because I was trying to find the Slovenian songs and they weren't working at the time they were meant to be working. They are working now. The Belgian songs are also released. I also listened to Norway's and Ireland's songs today for the first time, so it's been a bit of a busy day. And now Luxembourg has chosen their song. It wasn't really a surprise to us. This was the song that basically all Eurovision fans pointed to as that's the one that Luxembourg should be sending. Congratulations to Laura Thorn nonetheless. I haven't seen the performance yet. I was watching the end of the show, so I've skipped over snippets of it. I know vaguely what the staging looks like, but I haven't seen the actual performance of it. And I think the show was better this year than last year. As I say, I've only really watched the second half, but the voting normally without a proper super final seemed like a better idea. They still had Laura Thorn and 0.5 up on stage at the same time at the end to be like, oh, who is gonna win? Because 0.5 won the televote. But in the end, obviously, Laura Thorn did win with Le Poupée Monte Le Son, which I'm very curious to see how that will do at Eurovision. As I say, I haven't seen the staging yet, but it feels like a much more obvious hit with Eurovision fans than it does the general audience. So I don't know, I'm curious, we'll have to see. But I will stop rambling now and give you my reaction, and then I'll ramble some more after I have reacted to the song. But I am going to watch the song in 3, 2, 1. I must also say the design work with these floating bars has also been pretty good this year for Luxembourg Song Contest. We're starting with an introduction of the original. And she is pretending to be a doll. I have also seen the dress during the second half of the show. Good choreography so far, and hitting the notes. I like the backgrounds as well. Simple colours. She's doing well at connecting with the camera. There does seem to be a little bit of nervousness in her voice, but there would be in mine too. I'm not blaming her at all. And she's got a few months to figure that out for Basil. And the makeup is dollish as well. The pastel pink and deep red should theoretically be clashing. It isn't quite, it's just sort of Valentine's Day colours. But maybe it's also the point that it is two completely different styles. And we get some dancers coming in at the back as well. No, yeah, genuinely a very good connection with the camera. Oh, What's happening now? I don't remember this bit. Ah! Eurovision costume change, classic. Okay, still not quite getting the notes 100%, I don't think, but this is brilliant as a performance. Ah, well done. This is brilliant, yeah. Well done, genuinely. This is very smartly choreographed so that you can stay still, but the camera's moving, so there's still dynamicism on stage, or on the TV really. That felt like she did miss the first half of the sentence, but that's okay, of the phrase. Well done. I think that's a very, very competent performance. Robin decided to be there on the side for part of it, and now she's gone again. I'm pretty impressed by that Eurovision classic staple having a dress reveal. Yeah, I think that's very competent. I initially do prefer it to Fighter. It's entirely in French, which helps. It's got the callback to France Gall, so it's definitely more up my alley than Fighter was initially. They were both my number ones. One Last Time has been my number 2, 2 years running as well, and I think they came 4th this year, or 5th. I didn't quite look at the full scoreboard properly, but I'm pretty happy with this choice for Luxembourg. I think it's got decently good chances at qualifying. I think it will be slightly harder for Luxembourg to qualify this year because last year they were maybe, because of various commentators being hyped up a bit much, or not necessarily too much, but still quite a bit, as returning after 31 years. And this year they're just a normal country, kind of, at Eurovision. So maybe there won't be as much commentary on that, but there will definitely be commentary from all of the various commentators calling back to, yeah, France Gall's song. I think that makes this a very interesting song for Eurovision as well, because La Poupée Monte Le Son is a callback to Poupée de Cire, Poupée de Son from 1965. That makes it exactly 60 years ago. Please ignore my cat trying to get into her snacks off camera. I think this is a brilliant callback. I didn't quite get it on my first listen because I don't understand quite enough French, and I also don't remember the song Poupée de Cire, Poupée de Son quite enough. I'm so sorry, my French pronunciation is terrible, especially when I can't breathe through my nose properly. But the fact that France Gall wasn't too happy singing her song, and it was maybe questionable lyrics-wise, and this is kind of reclaiming the doll aesthetic or whatever, is very nice, I think. I do think we could have the costume be more dollish or doll-like. I don't know what the adjective here is, but I think there's definitely more playroom here. Not quite going into clown territory, obviously, but the makeup was a good start. I think maybe we could see some outlines on the dress or something, I don't really know, or big obvious stitching, because dolls are obviously smaller than people, and then the stitching looks like it's bigger. But I think this is a very, very good jumping off point. It's like 70% of the way there for me to a brilliant Eurovision staging, and you know, it could also be changed around quite a bit, whether to have more callbacks to Poupée de Cire, Poupée de Son. That was very bad again, I'm so sorry. Or whether it's to have even more to do with Puppet on a String or something like that. There's a lot of playroom here based on the lyrics, and Laura Thorn and the Luxembourgish team can do a lot of different things, can take this in a lot of different directions. So I'm very curious to see what the final product at Eurovision will look like. I think for now this is gonna go at the top of my ranking, but I don't know how the season will develop because Zierm has been growing on me. So there's a chance that by the time we get to May, or we see the stagings, or March, when all the songs are released, that Zierm would have overtaken La Poupée Monte Le Son. But initially, I think it is going in as my number one. So, congratulations to everybody. It seems like everyone putting together the show in Luxembourg and all the performers were doing great. I think everyone's stagings were better. As I say, I was only seeing the clips that I was trying to skip over to not have it be spoiled for me, but it seemed like everyone had much better stagings than last year and had a better idea of what to do, what they want to do, what to get out of the experience. While the video's been exporting, I've been catching up on the performances from Luxembourg Song Contest, and I wanted to add, I'm really impressed with a lot of the stagings, genuinely. The use of AR is fantastic, augmented reality, the timings of things are usually pretty great in these performances. I'm genuinely, truly, really very impressed with most of these performances, and the staging concepts are brilliant. I don't know if there's one central person doing it or if it's multiple, but whoever is doing a great job. Yeah, it also seems like the show was more compact, less dilly-dallying, maybe because of the super final, I don't know, but it just seemed like a very well produced show considering it's only its second year. I'm going to be wrapping this video up here because, as I say, I'm pretty ill and I'm not sure I can say any more things with any amount of clarity. So thank you ever so much for watching this video. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below. Do you like Le Poupée Monte Le Son, or would you rather have someone else go to Eurovision 2025 for Luxembourg? If so, let me know why. Please remember to literally like the video if you liked watching it somehow, and share it with someone else who you think might enjoy watching the video as well. If you'd like to, subscribe to the channel for more Eurovision 2025 and beyond content, hopefully in a healthier state from me. But thank you ever so much just watching the video itself, though, if that's a great help as it is. I really do hope that you enjoyed it, that you got something out of it. I'll see you in the next one that shows up on your feed. Bye! I don't know what the adjective? I am so ill, I can't concentrate. I also feel like I'm melting. Like my head is 3 times heavier than it should be.